Hi, I'm Lorelei Craft. All my life I've been a political junkie, and it's very disturbing what's happening nowadays as far as what's going on in our states and in Congress. Um, Women's rights are really under attack. And so, to have a bit of fun with that, I designed something called the Male Responsibility Pledge Card. Here's what's happening in America today. There's been 1,000 proposed and or passed laws saying no sex education, no birth control, and no abortion. So the pledge card says, okay, there will be no sex then unless a man signs this card. If a male refuses to sign this pledge, he is showing he has no commitment to the woman he wants to have sex with, leaving her to bear the risk alone. And on the inside of the card, it says this: I, the man puts in his name, hereby acknowledge that I am about to have sex with, puts in the woman's name, on such and such a date. If she gets pregnant as a result of this, I hereby agree in advance that I will, voluntarily and with a smile on my face, pay half the cost of raising said child. Said costs will include, but not be limited to, food, clothing, daycare, medical expenses, dental care including braces, glasses, summer camps, athletic equipment, auto insurance, birthday parties, school pictures, school fees, music lessons, etc. I will never make excuses about why I cannot pay child support, as I know the mother of the child will have no leeway in whether or not that child will be fed. I will take joint parenting responsibility, including but not limited to taking the child to church, on vacations, and attending school conferences and activities in which the child participates. I will take equal responsibility in leaving work to care for this child when he or she is sick and cannot go to school. I will include said child in my family activities, even if I am married to someone else, so that said child will feel welcome in this world. I sign this freely and of my own accord, and consider this a binding legal document. And on the back, it says this card should be carried by all females of childbearing age to be signed by their partners, married or single, every time they have sex. Conservatives should love this card. Every conservative should support this as law, as vigorously as they are supporting laws against birth control, as it embraces their beloved doctrine of taking personal responsibility. And this pledge is certainly less invasive than some of the laws that have been passed in various states, mandating vaginal probes without her consent, even against the advice of her doctor, which is, of course, state-sponsored rape, and this is required to be done 24 hours before any abortion. What kind of a politician forces this be done on any woman, let alone one in grief because tests show that her fetus has no brain, or an 11-year-old who is a victim of incest? Shame on their callousness. We have to remember that a woman can have sex with 100 men in a year, but only give birth to one baby. A man can have sex with 100 women in a year and have 100 babies. So why are we only regulating women's sex lives? Women need action going forward. This pledge needs to be made into law. It is no more invasive of men's rights than laws mandating inserting vaginal probes against the will of the woman and even against the advice of her doctor into pregnant women and girls who want or need an abortion. That is the very definition of rape. Conservatives should vigorously support this as law, as they love to tout their beloved doctrine of personal responsibility. For ordering information of the Male Responsibility Pledge Card, go to www.shewhoseesfar.com. Get enough to hand out to your friends and your legislators, and let's get something going to stop this nonsense before the next election. Thank you.